Hello and welcome back. My name is Stephen French. This is God's Autobiography, my little life story where I talk to myself on camera. I fucked up. I'm supposed to be in Georgia right now. I was supposed to be in Georgia on the 10th. I got to the airport with over a half hour, maybe about a half hour left. I've gotten to airports with less time. I've gotten there with more time. I've gotten to this particular airport going on JetBlue to Georgia with probably the same amount of time. Everything's been fine. I get there, I go up to the kiosk, I get my ticket, I try to check my bag, and they say, we're no longer checking bags for this flight, which surprised me. I've been on other flights where right as we're boarding the plane and other people have already boarded the plane, they're still asking, hey, would anyone volunteer to check their bag so we can limit the overhead luggage? Turns out people really don't want to do that, and they're always looking for bags bigger than backpacks because I can just sit in my lap. So I couldn't get on the plane. I could have just jumped on the next flight, which would have been later. There was another flight that was doing a little like transition or transfer in Boston. I didn't feel like doing those. I didn't know if my dad was able to drive back out to where he'd be picking me up because he was still picking up my stepmom who was flying in at the same time. So I went home, took a nap. Figured I would make something work because that's what I do. I make shit work, and if it doesn't go the way that I want it, I just get stubborn. I make it go the way that I want it. So I got home. I bought a bus ticket to South Carolina. My original goal was to go down to Georgia on the 10th, then go up to South Carolina on the 13th for Scott Fest. Scott Browder is a hell of a guy. He's throwing what will be a hell of an event. Going to be there for a few days and then figure out the rest. But now I'm jumping on a 16-hour bus later this afternoon to go down to Columbia, South Carolina. I still got to tell Scott what time, see if he can pick me up from there. Gonna enjoy Scott Fest, most likely going to be taking some psychedelics of some kind, having a pretty wild adventure that I plan to learn from, chill out with some great human beings, find my way down to Georgia after that, and start working with my dad for a few months. But this is the first time I ever missed a flight. It's kind of neat. And I lost a little bit of money. I lost $100 on that flight, and then another 100, a little over 100 on this bus. Whatever it costs for me to check my bag, I'm losing that. And then however much it costs for me to get from South Carolina to Georgia, which will probably be cheap, I'm going to be losing that. So lost a fair bit of money. Probably get to do some tattoos in South Carolina, so hopefully I can make some of that back. And I had a bus from Atlanta to Warner Robin, where my dad was driving out to pick me and my stepmom up. They allowed me to change my scheduled time. They actually bumped it to the 31st. They said any time before that, just call us a day ahead and we'll reschedule you. So I get to not have to respend that like $40-ish. So that was a nice little silver lining. So off to South Carolina, off to Scott Fest. Might even try to stay there for a few more days if Scott will have me because it's an opportunity. And off to Georgia. Gonna go play with some pups. Gonna go build some things. Just enjoy time with my dad. And I'll post to this from time to time. My knee, I'll just do this a little overall update. Why the fuck not? I hurt my knee last December in Arizona. I first did a couple ground tricks at the end of April when I was in California. I did a few sessions down here, but started to just realize that my knee still isn't too keen on hard floor tricks. I'll do a few, after that it starts to hurt, the next day kind of sucks. So I only do trampoline training. We've been going out to air trampoline because I have a really massive long tumble track that I can do swing chains down. If you find me on Instagram, I've been posting a bunch of those. And I haven't been able to trick. That's been upsetting. This has been like the biggest chunk of a year that's been taken from me tricking wise, but it's not all bad. I've gotten far better at my handstand strength. I haven't been rock climbing in a while either, so my grip strength has gone to shit. But I'm having a fantastic time with everything else that I'm doing. I've allotted a lot more time into drawing, and I'm getting pretty fucking good at it. I'm gonna make a video on all my drawing soon. I've got maybe like 7 or 8 full pieces that I'm super proud of. I still haven't made that video though. But that's it. Life is still ticking, still having a great ass time. Another challenge off the books. Bring on the next one, world. I'm fucking ready.